Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I have got a large Happy Meal and I want to thank Margaret for actually bringing this. She brought this to my house. Now when she asked me for my address and she realised that I lived in the next town to hers, her and her husband brought all this yarn. She wanted it to go to someone that will use it, and I will, definitely. Now there's a few bags, so we'll get on with some of this. Now I'm going to try and zoom a little bit down. I've got it on my big desk, so excuse the mess off to the side. So we'll start this by opening. This bag was already open, a lot of it's already open. She was going to send it, but when she realised where I was, her and her husband brought it. And Muttley had a great chat as well. It was great actually meeting her as well. Now, to start off with, look at this. Now, there's a bag. There was something else in that bag and I put it in there. So there's a bag there. Now, there is this yarn here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls of yarn. So I do appreciate her giving me this. This is super soft double knitting by James C. Brett and White. We always treasure white yarn. I go through a lot of white yarn sometimes, and this one is shade BB4. It's just super white, it is soft, it's super soft. James C. Brett yarn is quite soft. Now I'm going to pop that in the bag and I'm going to keep going, and I'll put this over in the corner because there is a lot to get through. I'll pop that there. Now she showed me these. Look at this. This is absolutely brilliant. Look at this. A pair of feet. There's a pair of feet and they're in these lovely little bags. Now she said that she was going to do slippers and socks. Mostly slippers, I think, crochet slippers. And I don't have these. I never even thought of getting these. I've never actually crocheted any slippers myself, but now I've got these, I might actually try it. Now you've got these, I can put them on and get a good picture of them. And there's one pair of these. I don't know what size they are. I think they're just sort of like a medium. They look about the size of my feet. So anyway, and I'm a size sort of 5 to 6. So there's a pair of those. I'll pop those over there. I'll pop those to the side as well. Now this, before I even see it, this is ballerina pink. I love the shade of this. This is paint box and this is double knitting. This is great because I have got one ball of that left, and I love making things with this shade. Now it's a double knitting. I'm going to take that one there out. Now I know this one is ballerina pink. The colour number is 152. And I know this goes, I'm sure this is the ballerina pink. It's definitely, I would bet some money on it that this is the ballerina pink. Now it kind of looks peach, but it goes under, it's beautiful to crochet with, and it's paint box. Paint box is Lovecraft's own brand of yarn, and they do this in a DK and they do an Aran as well. They do an Aran weight. Now there's 2.5 balls of that, which is great. I'm sure I'll be able to add mine to it, or if I add mine for the border, and hopefully there won't be too much discrepancy in the dye lot. Now I'm going to pop that aside. Now I'm going to try and get through this because there is quite a bit. There's some of those Hessian bags. My daughter likes those. Oh, another pair of feet. Oh, I didn't know there was 2 pairs. There's another pair of feet. I think they're the same size as the feet that are already there. That is brilliant. That's great. I might take a pair of them up to my sister Sandra for her arts and crafts. She might be able to make something wild with those. Now there is a little bag of some mixed yarn, and that is So Crafty. That's Aldi's yarn, and there's a little mixed bag of those. I'll pop that aside. That's somebody sending me a message. Now, oh look, that is great. There's 2 packs of cross grain ribbon. Cross grain ribbon is brilliant for putting on baby hats. And that's about a 1/2 inch wide. There's 2 shades of blue, mint green and a pink, and there's 2 of those. Those are from Aldi's as well. If you wonder what kind of ribbon to use for your baby hats, cross grain is brilliant. All you do is when you cut it, what you have to do is just give it a quick flash with a match so that it kind of singes the end so it doesn't leave it black, but it seals it so it doesn't all rip out. And that is brilliant. I'm going to pop them into another place. I'll put them there where I keep my ribbon. There is another bag in here. Now, I'll throw that away over there for Muttley, that bag. Hang on. Do you want a bag? You need to hold it a ball, but you won't get back up the stairs. Now, I've had to move up the stairs to do this, and poor little Muttley, he can get down the stairs, but he can't get back up himself. This is Paint Box Aran in white. This is beautiful. Now, that one does have a label. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that one is 5. Brilliant. I have got an idea. I've got a pattern. I've got a stitch, I should say, that I wanted to do in a blanket. And I wanted to do it in white, and that Aran is brilliant. I do have some Aran myself, but I've only got 2 balls of the white Aran. And when you've got a colour code, this is 200, the colour code for this, but you've got a lot number. This is a die lot number. So what they do is they make their yarn and they'll do this huge big lot of yarn, and then they'll give it the lot number. Now, my lot number is going to be different, and there can be sometimes a very slight variation in the shade. So not all white's true white. You can have 2 balls of what it says is white, and one can look darker or creamier than the other. But I can always use mine for the border. So when you get yarn, always make sure you dye it. If you're going to make a blanket or something and you're buying several balls, make sure that the lot numbers are the same on the balls, because you can sometimes have a little variation that you don't notice, but when you've knitted it or crocheted it, you will see the difference sometimes. So I'll pop that to the side. So what I'll do is I'll go and get the next bag. So I bought the next bag, and happily she gave me all of this in black bags, so I can put it back in there until I get it into my yarn storage spaces. Now I've got some scissors, and I'll carefully, there's a little hole here, so I'll carefully open this. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Oh, look at those colours. I'll leave those scissors over there. Oh, look at this. There's a little mix. It's some mint green. There's 2 balls of each of those. I like the shade of that one. That is beautiful. Look at those colours. Now, in this bag, there is Robin Bonnie Babe, and that's an Aran yarn. It says new soft blend. It is nice and soft. It's nice and soft. Now, these are 100-gram balls. In the UK, we go by the size of the ball. I know in America and other places they go by the yardage, or the, what else is it they put on it? They put yards on it, and they put, I'll have a look. Is it meters? Yes, it's usually meters. Doesn't say on this, because with this one, it's a UK one. It's 100 grams of, so it's 100 grams of acrylic yarn, and this is a beautiful mint green. It says the shade number is 1875, and both of those are the same. I'll pop them over there. I might put them back in the bag. Now, there's 2 here of Red Heart. Oh, it's so soft. Now, this is called Soft Baby Steps, And this is an Aran yarn. That's a weight 4, by the way, if you're in the USA, if you're watching from there. And please, if there's anybody watching for the first time and you haven't subscribed to my channel, help my channel to get seen a bit more. It's completely free if you subscribe to the channel. Now, I need to go and see what Muttley's barking at. He's probably trying to get his ball or back up the stairs, because he's probably went for a ball when I've not been looking, so he can play with that bag. I'm going to pop off and have a look and see what he's up to. That dog's got me exhausted. Yep, he went away down the stairs on his own. He is a lot better now. His back is getting much better. He has the odd little relapse where he finds it a little bit difficult to climb up and down the stairs. But that bag was just too tempting for him, so he went away down the stairs himself. And he's standing at the bottom of the stairs with the ball in his mouth. Well, I've carried him up, as you can hear. Oh my goodness. So I carried him up the stairs and he's out in the hall playing with that bag and his ball. But anyway, this is Red Heart Soft Baby Steps. It's 100 grams. That's 164 metres. It's a weight 4 in the USA. This is an Aran yarn. The colour for this is 00005. It's a mint green. It's beautiful. And I've crocheted with this before. It's absolutely beautiful to work with. I've got all different sorts of colours with this. But I've been sort of left with the odd ball of the green, the odd ball of yellow. What are you crying for? Go and play with your bag. Go play with your bag. Where's your bag? I'll need to go and hide the ball in the bag for him. I'll be back in a minute. Right, you want me to put the ball in the bag for you? Come on then, I'll put it in the bag. You need the light on as you're getting the look out of here. There we go. There you are. Oh, I shall put the light on. There, you've got a ball. And there. Oh, people won't hear the video with you playing with that. That's a noisy bag. Right, don't go where I am. That's it, you play there. Well, he's decided that he doesn't want to stay out there in the hallway on his own. He's brought the bag in. So we'll hear him in the background, but he doesn't do any harm. So we've got this. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll pop that to the side. And we'll clear this bag. Oh, I just noticed something. Look at that. Oh, wow. There's even a pattern with this. I wonder if it's a crochet or a knitting pattern. This is Red Heart Bella. 100 grams in these balls. This is double knitting by the looks of it. It's 100 grams of acrylic yarn. It's a weight 3, so that's a double knitting in the UK. That is beautiful. There's 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to do something in a style for a man. Look at that hat and scarf. That's nice. Sometimes you get the pattern inside the label, but not this time. Oh, it does tell you to cut it open there. It might be on their website. It's not inside there, but that pattern might be on their website. That is cool. I really like that pattern. It's got grey and it's got black in it, but that is a beautiful colour change. I've been doing a blanket lately. I'm going to show it to you. I did some in red and some in purple. Now, I wish I had saw this, opened this, because I would have used this. Wait till you see this. Now, this is my next blanket. I don't know if you're going to see it in this light. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. These huge, big seashells. And it's a 3D type blanket. Or stitch, I should say. I'm going to show you how to do this stitch. I always wanted to do this stitch. It's been around for a long time. And you can find a graph on Google quite easily for that. I did a graph myself so that people didn't have to search for it. So this is beautiful. It's Red Heart Bella. It's a weight 3, double knitting, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 balls of that. I love the colours. Very peacock. They would have been brilliant for that blanket. Might find something similar in one of my stitch books that I've got and use that. I'll pop that there. So we'll have a look at this. Ooh, look at this. There's 4 balls of crafty things. Now, I'm not sure if that's Aldi or Lidl yarn. That is beautiful. I love the shade of purple. Now, this one, I'm not going to open the bag. It's the shade number is 223. That is beautiful. It's double knitting, 100% acrylic, and it's 100-gram balls. That's 300 metres. That's beautiful. I really like that. I'll pop that just down there. And there's another one. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Look at those two colours together. I'm going to make an amazing blanket with those two. It says touch me here. Soft. It's nice and soft. And this is a double knit yarn. This one there says mint green, so crafty. That's definitely Aldi's. And there's 4 balls of that, 100-gram balls, 100% acrylic, and it's 300 metres in that one as well. Now we'll take, oh, there's more. There's this one, we'll pull this one out. Oh, this has been made up. There's a couple of, this one is double knitting. That colour is Amber Sky. Amber Sky, that's beautiful. And there is some pink of the Red Heart. There's a pink Aran, and that's an Aran. That's a different shade because it's a different brand. Now those two are the same. That's an Aran, that's a Baby Soft Steps. Now I'm not going to take them out of the bag because there's more. There's more. We'll pop that there. I've just, I didn't mean to toss it like that. And now there's this bag. This is quite a heavyish bag. There's Murano, extra fine, silky soft. Oh my goodness. Now in here, I'll just open that. There's a hole here anyway. Oh, look at this. Ella Ray, cozy, soft, chunky, machine washable wool blend. There is 100 grams. That's 131 yards, which is 120 metres, because it's chunky. There is suggested knitting gauge needles or crochet hooks. It says to use a 5mm, 6.5, a 6 or a 6.5. That's a US 10. Or a 5, a 6 or a 6 point. Tells you to use a 6 or a 6.5 hook. That's beautiful. Look at that. That is beautiful. Now the colour is 313. It says nice and warm. It's really cosy. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of that one. And there's 4 of this one. Oh, this is super soft. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm not going to even attempt to say that word. This is a Murano, extra fine, silky soft. It says 120. It's a 50-gram ball, so that makes 100 grams. That's beautiful. Joanne might make herself a scarf with that. It's so soft. I really like that's enough. An easy start means you just pull it for there and it will start from in the middle. 68% virgin wool and 32% lyocell. Can't say that word properly. It's a little mixed blend. That's beautiful. Now I'll pop that in there. Now what I'm going to do is, this bag's empty. I'm going to pop all of this into a different bag and then get some more to show you. So I've got this bag as well. Where did I put those scissors? Now I've got my scissors. This is from Margaret as well. We'll see what's in this one. And then after this, there's another box. There's another box still to get done. Now, oh, look at this. Oh, that's brilliant. That's a whole pack. Oh, and there's another one. I'll just take this one out as well. No, put the bag on the floor for Muttley. There you go, there's another bag. You're getting lots of bags today. Oh, look at this. This is a 10 pack of 50-gram balls of yarn. Look, that's beautiful. Brilliant for autumn. There's 2. So that's 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 500 grams altogether. It says that there. And it's got double knitting yarn, 10 pack, seasonal, knit and purl, so crafty. That's Aldi. That is brilliant. Look at those beautiful colours for autumn. I'm going to keep that aside because I'm going to use that for something. But look at this one. You even get the crochet hooks. Includes 2 crochet hooks. Premium 12 yarn skeins value pack. Now it's 8 ply. Now, I think 8 ply is double knitting. It's 50-gram balls, and look at that. That is beautiful to make a sort of rainbow style. I'll find something to make with that. That is brilliant. Now, it is called Spillin', 100% acrylic double knitting yarn. And double knitting is a weight 3. Look at the colours in that. That is brilliant. I could start with all the darker colours and work up to all the light ones. Oh, there's a little leaflet in there. I don't know if it's going to be a pattern. That is brilliant. A fantastic value knit with 12 50-gram balls of mixed coloured yarn. Perfect for a number of knitting, crochet, weaving or home DIY projects. Your bonus free gift includes 3 patterns to help you get creating with this fantastic yarn set. That is brilliant. And there's 2 crochet hooks in there as well. And they're double-sided. Look at that. They're double. I've never used a double-sided hook. So you get one size on one side of the hook and another side. I would need to remember that when I pick the hook up to make sure that I'm using the proper size for it. That is brilliant. So I'm going to pop that aside because there's another box to open. So when Margaret was at my house, she actually showed me this little bag. Now during COVID, and what she's been doing since then, that's when she found my channel, was during COVID. She started making all these little hats and blankets for charity. Then unfortunately the hospital in our area stopped taking them in. They were getting inundated with them. And she's given me this little bag of hats. Some of the stitches in there are beautiful. There's lots of different patterns on these hats, but the blankets that she made, she handed them into the charity shop. I'm going to have a look at some of these little hats, and I will find somewhere that I can donate these to. Look at this. It's so cute. Look at that. Oh, a little bit bigger than that would actually fit my granddaughter. But that is beautiful. Look at all these little hats. Absolutely beautiful. That's a great stitch, that. That's a beautiful stitch. So I really like the stitch of this. I think I could work out what that is. It's really pretty. It's a pretty stitch. I might email Margaret, or if Margaret watches this, tell me what this stitch is. Is it one of mine? I really like that. I think it goes that way. That's cool. That's a nice stitch, that. I like the way these little hats are done with this on the back. These are pretty. But there's too many to go through. But I'll find, definitely, oh, look at that little one. Definitely find somewhere. That's one of mine, I think. I like the back. That's turned out beautiful in that pink. I'll find somewhere that we can get these donated. My friend Liz, and she lives in Glasgow, and she told me that the hospital near her have been crying out. That's pretty, I really like that. For baby hats and things. There's another one I like. I like that one. Oh, look. I've never made baby gloves. Oh, they're pretty. Look at that. That's that same stitch as that other one. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I'll pop them back in because there's more to get through. I've got a box, if you can see it just sitting there. There's a box, and that box is the last thing. I'll pop that over to that side, and we'll open. I'll open this box. So I'll open the box. There's a couple of bags inside the box. Now she was going to post this, so that's why it's all bagged up. Now what I'll do is I'll take the bags out. Take the bags out, and I'll throw the box out in the hall for Muttley. Right, come on now. So we'll open up these bags. I think the white one, the top of the white one, might be opened already. This is a Love Crafts bag. So we'll have a look and see what's in here. There's a little mixed bag of yarn. There's a little ball in there. So there's a little mix of this little bauble of yarn in white. There's no labels, but that's pretty. It's nice and soft. That's really soft. There's 1, 2, 3.5, 4. There's 4.5 of that. I'm going to pop it aside because there is more to get through with that other bag. And oh, look at this. There's a couple of balls. That is King Cole Comfort Aran. Oh, that's soft. I've never had the King Cole Comfort. Oh, that is really soft. Look at the colour of that as well. That's beautiful. It's really soft. It's a 60% acrylic and 40% nylon. There's 202 metres, 100 grams, and that's a weight 4 if you're in the USA. The shade for this is called Denim. That is beautiful. I'll pop that there. There's a few little labels. There's a ball on this one. She's left the label. This one is Bonjour Baby, 100 grams. Double knitting. That's a weight 3. I think this is from Home, not Home Bargains. What's the other one? B&M Bargains maybe. 249. So maybe there's been a bag of 2 in that. Yep, 2 100 gram balls. See, every time I go into our B&M Bargains, there's never any yarn in it. Well, not that. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right area of that. That's a double knitting, and it's a pale blue. I'll pop that one back in there and pop that aside. And there is this big ball, Aran Yarn Blush Pink. Now, I'm going to look up my shelf. I might have some of that. I have got one that looks similar, but it's away up the top of my shelf. Now, that's the 200 gram ball. It's a 400 gram ball. That's 800 metres. Should maybe use some of that. That's about a 200 gram size. That's beautiful though. Look at that. It's plenty to make a hat and a little scarf for a child. That's plenty. I'll put that back in that bag with that label. I'll pop that there. There's another bag in here. So what I'll do is I'll pop these back in here until I can get them on my oddball shelf. I've got a few box shelves in my craft room that's for oddballs. I'll pop that there. Now there's this one. Oh, that's nice. Chunky Deluxe Spot Knitting Yarn. Now I think that's a B&M. That's a B&M label. And this is Stylecraft. I can spot that one. Now there's a ball of Stylecraft. That's a beautiful colour. It's lovely and soft. Double knitting. That's a weight 3. 100 grams. 100% acrylic. Tells you to use a 4mm hook or needle. This is called Walnut. And the shade number is 1054. That's a Stylecraft special double knitting. I like that. That's pretty. And there's another little bit. I think that's that go with that? Yep, that's that. And then there's these ones. There's an odd ball of black and a nice ball of chunky. Look at that. I bet that's enough to make a hat. Definitely. And then there's these. There is 2.5 of these. That is beautiful. Now I think I've got this. It might not be the same lot number. The shade number is H1263. And this is Deluxe Chunky Spot Knitting Yarn. And Chunky's a weight 5 if you're in the USA. Tells you to use a 6.5 UK knitting needle or hook. That's beautiful. Now I've got that other large bag. That's brilliant. I'm going to look in my stash. I think I've got some of that. I'll have a good look through my stash because I'm sure I've got some of that. And I can mix and match it with to make a blanket. And I'll put these in my oddball stash as well. Oddballs are great when you're a YouTuber because they're great for showing people how to do stitches when you don't need to do a whole blanket if you've got a blanket that's already done. Now I'm going to pop that to the side. I'll pop that over there. Now this one, the bag is opened at the top. Oh, look at that. Now there's a nice ball of grey. And yep, I do use oddballs. I do make Muttley blankets. And that one's doubled over to make it a bit thicker. I might unravel it and just do it that way. So that's probably been a 4-ply. It's probably been a 4-ply and doubled up. But that's really pretty. Now I do make scrap blankets for Muttley. Because Muttley hides his ball in them and then he chews them up a little bit. So I'm always making the odd one. This yarn is beautiful. Now I know this is from, I'm sure this is a Home Bargains one. And this is a baby double knitting. And I did my baby shawls with this. Absolutely beautiful to work with. And only at 99p a ball. I think maybe now it's up at £1.10. My sister Sandra's shops do yarn, but not down here. Or maybe it just, the lady just keeps telling me that it's sold out before I can actually get to it. So this is 100% acrylic, I know that. And this one is a lemon. The shade number is 103 and it's beautiful yarn. If you ever see this in these beautiful pastel colours, you should get some. It's beautiful for making baby blankets and baby garments. Now that's 2 balls. That's enough to make a baby cardigan and maybe even a little hat. Definitely a baby cardigan. Now I'll pop that grey one in the odd ball bag and I'll pop that aside. I might do a little cardigan in that. Now we'll pull this bag. There's a few bags in here. Oh, we've got some King Cole again. Big Value. And baby, that's a beautiful shade of blue. Look at that. So we'll open this one. We'll keep all this together. This is the King Cole Big Value double knitting yarn. That's beautiful. It's nice and soft. All the King Cole yarns are soft. Now this one is called Nugget. It's shade 151. 151. It's 100 grams. how many meters? 290 meters, 100% acrylic. Tells you to use a 4mm knitting needle, crochet hook. I use a 3.5. I use a 3.5 with the King Cole's double. I crochet quite slack, and that's why I drop a half size down. So there is 2 of these. There's 2 of this blue one, and there's 1 of the white. The white is the same baby, Big Value DK. That is a beautiful, beautiful shade. This is turquoise. The shade number 18, and it's turquoise. The noise you can hear is Muttley with that box. I gave him the box. It's 100% acrylic. And it tells you to use a 4mm hook. I use a 3.5. It's 320 yards, that's 290 meters, and it's a 100 gram in weight ball. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And there's a white one as well. That blue and white looks brilliant together. Look at that. Now I'm going to pop all that back into that same bag, and that can go into my King Cole stash. I love King Cole yarn. I'll pop that over there. Now there's another bag. Oh, look at this one. This is Woolcraft white. My goodness, what a lot of yarn. That one's the same. It's great she's kept them all together. This is a double knitting. That's a weight 3 if you're in the USA. This is called Baby Care by Woolcraft. It's soft. It's really nice. I don't have an awful lot of Woolcraft yarn. Now the shade number is 600 for this. There is 300 meters per 100 gram ball. It's 100% acrylic. You can, a minimum wash is 40 degrees. You can hand wash warm and 40. Now a lot of the donations for hospitals like 100% acrylic because they can put it in a hot wash and it's okay. That is beautiful. Now there's nearly 3 of those. And that's going to be enough to make a little hoodie or a jacket, a cardigan, a hat, scarf, a little blanket, a little knee blanket, or I can mix it with other colours of double knitting as well. Because there's only 1 of that King Cole, I could use the King Cole blue and that together and make something. Now I think there's 1 more bag. Oh, there's a bag inside the bag. Here, I'll keep that bag. Now there's another little bag. This little bag's maybe a little bag of odd balls. Now that's a paint box Aran grey, a little piece of that. There's a nice chunky burgundy. I think that's an Aran as well. Oh, there's that grey. That looks like it's maybe not quite that grey. Is it? No, that one's thinner. But there's a nice grey. There's another one of that same grey. It's great if you're making scrap blankets. You can just sit and crochet till all the colours done. Do a little granny blanket. Oh, there's a nice lemon. Oh, that's a James C. Brett lemon. That's a baby Aran. That's beautiful. Look at the shade of that. The shade number is BA2 for that. That's beautiful. Now, there's this one. There's a nice blue. Great for scrap blankets if you do it all in Aran. Now there's a blue and there's this. Now I think that's paint box. I'm sure I've already looked at one that was the paint box and it was that. I think that's what that is. It feels like paint box. And that's a really nice blue. That might be one of the James C. Brett's blues. That's beautiful. And that's it. And that's beautiful. Now I turned that bag around. I will fuzzy out the address on that bag. But that is beautiful. I'll pop these back in and I'll keep them for my scrap ball bag. I've got a box that I keep the scrap yarn in. I've got a little box and I've got a shelf as well. So what I do is I've got a box that's got Aran scraps and one that's got double knitting scraps, and I'll put that into it. Now, I want to thank Margaret so much for this amazing, absolutely amazing amount of yarn, and I just want to thank her so much for choosing me to give it to as well. Absolutely brilliant. And we had a brilliant chat. We had a nice little morning when she brought it over, and we had a good chat, and it was really nice to meet her and her husband as well. So if you are watching and this has maybe just popped up on your feed and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please have a look at the rest of my channel. There's lots and lots of craft and crochet in my channel, and there's lots and lots of different patterns for blankets and some baby items as well. Please, it's completely free to subscribe to the channel. If you just click on that subscribe button, and if you click on the bell icon, YouTube will tell you when I put up another tutorial. And once again, a huge thank you to Margaret and to her husband for bringing her over. So until the next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.